How's it going, guys? It's Jim. This is your second stimulus check and second stimulus package update. And finally, guys, I feel like we're getting somewhere with this thing. We've been going around and around for the past several weeks talking about this, talking about that, and it feels like we're not going anywhere with this thing and that everybody's just kind of stalling. Since the start of this whole crisis, Congress has passed 4 major stimulus packages to help make up for the economic fallout. But now it seems that the two parties are kind of split on where to proceed from here. How do we tackle the next stage as we begin to see states and the whole country starting to open up? The Republicans are basically predicting a sharp, speedy, quick recovery, as the Democrats more see a long, slow, and painful one. So with that said, the Democrats want more stimulus for more amounts of time, and the Republicans don't really see the urgency for right now. But I think all of this, guys, is going to change very soon because the entire White House is practically on board for another stimulus check. The president and other top Republicans are on board. But first, where do we stand right now? Well, we know that the Democrats are pushing strong for it, and they released their bill, the $3 trillion HEROES Act, last month, and it went through the House and it was passed. There's a bunch of things inside this proposal. Well, basically, you're going to get another $1,200 stimulus check, and they're proposing to extend the unemployment boost that's set to run out the end of July all the way to January 31st. Now, Republicans don't want to extend this unemployment boost because it kind of disincentivizes people to go back to work. And the reality is we need people to go back to work to fix the economy and save the country, basically. However, the Congressional Budget Office predicts that with the unemployment boost, it would actually provide more help and more aid to stimulating the economy even further down the road. But then you run into the same problem as, sure, people have more money and they're going to spend it, but we need people back to work. We need those businesses to work. Without people going back to work, the businesses can't operate. So it goes beyond just the people having money in their pockets to spend. The Republicans then came back with a back to work bonus, which is going to give you $450 on top of your normal paycheck if you get off unemployment and choose to go back to work. So in one of my latest videos, we covered this thing, broke it down, and we found that some people will benefit a lot more and some people are going to benefit a lot less than if they were just on the unemployment. But where we stand right now with this whole thing is that the White House is on board for more stimulus, and there are multiple Republicans saying this. President Trump has outlined several policies that he wants in the next stimulus package, which include a second stimulus check, payroll tax cut, infrastructure spending, and tax incentives to help the restaurant industry, the travel industry, and the entertainment industry. On top of that, Kevin Hassett came out and said there will definitely be another stimulus package despite the positive jobs report. What does a jobs report have to do with all this? Well, I'm glad you asked, okay? Because last week, 2.5 million people went back to work. That means 2.5 million people off of unemployment, which is a good sign because the economy's starting to open up. And one would think, okay, well, if people go back to work, then we don't need a stimulus check. That's not necessarily true because just because people are going back to work doesn't necessarily mean that they're no longer struggling. Think about it, they have 2 to 3 months to make up for. And on top of that, giving the people an extra $1,200 to go and spend will definitely help stimulate the economy even further. So there definitely is the chance that we're going to get another stimulus check. However, because of the back to work thing, maybe the dollar amount will be affected. Not too sure yet. Mitch McConnell even came out to say that the next stimulus package would be the last one. So maybe you're disappointed that it's going to be the last one, but hey, at least he's saying we're going to get a next one, right? So you have President Trump, the Republican Party, and the Democratic Party all on board for a more stimulus check, another wave of this stimulus package, right? As of how much and when is still to be determined, but in my opinion, we would be lucky if we saw this money by July. Or in July. Now, don't get me wrong, I really would love to see this money sooner, but we're already through our first week of June, and the Democrats proposed the HEROES Act at the end of May. And we really haven't heard much about it since, except for President Trump and the Republicans saying that it's dead on arrival and it'll never go through. But my point is, these things take a lot of time, okay? They have to come up with a plan, they have to formulate it, it has to be presented to the House, the Senate has to be approved and passed by them before it goes to the president for the final sign-off, and then the checks roll out to the people, and we know how much of a mess that was the first time around. So really, guys, I mean, you're looking at probably a month at minimum, a month, maybe 2 months. I don't know. It's just everything keeps changing, and we've been saying that for like a month now, right? It was in May where we're saying, well, we'll probably see it in a month or two. But now we're already, first week done of June. It's not looking that promising that we're going to see this money in June, maybe July. And to put it into perspective for you, the first stimulus check was announced in March, and now we're at June, and so that's basically like, we're at like 3, maybe 4 months with just one payment of $1,200. that just doesn't cut it, you know, which is really sad. But I mean, everybody's in a different spot with this. If you're receiving unemployment on top of that, you're probably making out okay. If you're working during this whole thing, you're probably making out okay. But a lot of people aren't working, they're not receiving unemployment, and they still haven't gotten a stimulus check. Unfortunately, it's just the way things are right now, and it's a really unorganized situation. However, I do think the second wave of stimulus checks are going to run out much more smoothly than the first one, because the IRS has everybody's information updated and in the system. So in theory, it should be just a couple clicks on the computer and they just roll out. So that's it for your update on the second stimulus check and second stimulus package. On my channel, I cover everything to do with finance, investing, entrepreneurship. If you like money or you want to learn how to make some passive income while you sleep, get some side hustles going, get some side money growing, or you want to learn a little bit about real estate, then you're in the right place. So go ahead, hit that little red rectangle down below there in the corner and subscribe to my channel and help it grow. Don't forget to smash the like button on this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, it greatly helps out my channel and I'd appreciate it. I wish you all the very best with your health and safety, and I hope financial support comes your way soon if you're still struggling. Thank you all for watching. I'm Jim Leadus, and I hope to see you on the next one.